Ben, how you doing?
Yeah, all good there.
It's a must-win game. How confident are you that England can get back into the series?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've obviously disappointed with how things ended up after the last game. We know we're a much better team than that, and yeah, we're bitterly disappointed. But what we've been very good at is, putting previous games to bed quickly, whether that be, if we've had a successful game or a poor game, and all our concentration now will be onto tomorrow.
How much are you enjoying playing ODI cricket again, Ben, and how much do you like batting at three after all the talk that batting at six in the T20s was too low for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think that it was my first game since the World Cup final. Great to get back out there and play some one-day cricket. Yeah, I mean, look, there's going to be talk. I think whoever was going to fill that place at number three with Ruti not being here, there was always going to be discussion about it. But yeah, I'll just let people keep talking, and I'll just go out and try and do what I've been asked to do.
Is three though a role which you enjoy, and on the T20 side of things, would you agree that six is perhaps too low for you?
Look, I got asked about number three in these one-dayers, in the absence of Joe. So that's where my focus at, and T20s have been and gone. So yeah, not going to worry about that.
Okay. Morgan and Billings were hurt in the last match. How are they looking?
Yeah, I mean, very unfortunate injuries to have from a team point of view. On the bright side, I guess that when Sam first fell over and started holding his shoulder, we all sort of held our breath, obviously with the shoulder issues that he's had in the past. But thankfully, things weren't as bad as what we initially thought. He's obviously continuing to get assessed, and those split webbings that Morg's got can be quite annoying. I haven't actually spoken to him about that, how that is, since he's done it. So I'm not too sure where he's at, but I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah, thankfully Sam especially is a lot better than we initially thought.
Sure. I mean, there could be an ODI debut for Liam Livingstone in this game. He's not played for England since 2017. How big a fan of Liam's are you?
Sorry, I just lost you there at the end, mate.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, Liam could be on for an ODI debut in this game if picked. He's not played since 2017 for England. I just wonder how big a fan of Liam's you are.
Yeah, look, I mean, Livy's been out here and, been part of the squads and hasn't got a game yet, but, he's been very impressive in training, and I think, obviously watching him go about his game, how it's developed from when he first came into that Lancashire side, he's progressed as a batsman, and he's a very, very, very dangerous player. And he's one of those guys who I think won't let the occasion get on top of him if he was to, have the opportunity presented to him to play. He's a very fearless cricketer, and he's got the type of attitude that we want to be involved in our setup going forward. So if he does get the opportunity, there's no doubt that that he'll embrace the opportunity and the situation.
Thanks, Ben. Cheers.
Thank you.
Scott Taylor, please.
Hey Ben, I was just wondering how difficult it is from a mindset point of view to go from number six, where you're expected probably to score quickly at the back end of an innings, to number three in 50 over cricket.
Look, I think it's, I did actually message Ruti just asking on his sort of, mindset at number three, and he was pretty clear to me, just play the way that you play. Just because he plays a certain way doesn't mean that I need to try and play like that. So, yeah, we kept it pretty simple, but it's just a slightly different role batting at number three than, my normal number 5 or 6 position in this team. It's just looking to, potentially be facing, 100 balls compared to, maybe 60 or 70 like I normally do. So, yeah, I haven't looked to change too much. Just might be faced with a slightly different situation, especially when I'm starting off my innings. Yeah.
And just your bowling, took 3 wickets in the last ODI. I was just wondering how you feel your bowling's at the minute. I know there's been a lot of talk that you're under bowled in this side.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it was actually interesting coming back to bowl another spell. It took about an over to get the body going again. It was a very, very heavy outfield, and the body was actually getting used to standing up for, that, what was it, 4 hours or something like that, like it is in 50 over cricket. But yeah, it was nice to sort of get the ball in the hand and get a few good spells in. But yeah, everything, especially coming back, especially in my loadout, everything just felt a little bit lethargic to start. But I was, and I was happy to be able to get some overs under the belt and put a decent shift in. There's one.
And as a man who likes that extra responsibility, how much are you looking forward to the IPL and maybe that extra bowling responsibility with Rajasthan now that Jofra's missing the first part of it at least?
I'm not too sure where we're at. It's sort of like a no scope with where that is. We're not too sure where how much Jofra's going to be able to play a part for us, if any. But I think one thing that we need to be very mindful of is that Jofra does need this to give this elbow a chance to recover. And I think it's great that he's came out and said he's putting all his England commitments before everything else. So yeah, I'm happy that he's going back and he's having some well-deserved rest and he's actually getting his elbow properly sorted, because it's tough having an injury and then sort of getting through a game but then sort of going backwards again. So I think long term for his career, this is a very, very sensible option for him to be taken.
Perfect. Thanks, Ben.
No worries.
Jad, please.
Yeah, hi Ben. A lot's been made about where you should bat in the T20s. Looking ahead to the IPL, do you think opening the batting for Rajasthan Royals, assuming that you do, will have any bearing of where you might bat for England in the T20 World Cup?
No, I don't think so. Look, you look at our T20 batting lineup, and everyone deserves to be where they deserve to play. We've been formidable in the white ball format over a number of years, and why would we change that? It's a talking point, and it always seems to pop up. But everyone deserves to be where they are in that batting lineup. Just because we lost the T20 series doesn't mean we need to start changing things around. When we win, nobody says too much, but when we lose, everyone starts to pipe up again, sort of like a gulag. But I'm happy with where everything is, where everything is in our white ball team, because that's our best formula to win.
You played a lot of cricket recently across the Tests, the T20s, the one-dayers. Which format have you enjoyed playing in the most over the winter?
Whatever format you play, walking out and representing England is obviously enjoyable. And it is a tough question to ask, which one you enjoy more. Very tough question to answer, sorry. But I think, one way to answer it is that the enjoyment you do get out of winning a Test match is a different feeling to winning a white ball game. I think purely just because of the amount of effort and energy that you put into a Test match, especially if it does last the 5 days. You're just absolutely cooked, and you get a real understanding of the effort that's gone in from everyone. So I think if you judge it by that, winning a Test match for England is one of the better feelings in this sport.